1916, leading German ace Oswald Bohlke publishes the doctrine for air combat. His 8 rules are in a manual called Dicta Bohlke. Rule 1. Keep the sun behind you to conceal your position. Rule 2. Follow through on your attack. If you run, you're an easy target. Rule 3. Fire only at close range to ensure hits and save ammunition. Rule 4. Keep your eye on your opponent. Watch out for tricks. Rule 5. Attack from behind. The vulnerable 6 o'clock. Rule 6. If attacked, turn into your opponent. Force him on the defensive. Rule 7. In enemy skies, keep your line of retreat. Rule 8. Attack in groups with each plane targeting his own opponent. Pilots on both sides learn these rules quickly or die. Famous daredevil race car driver named Eddie Rickenbecker.
With the original contingent that went to World War I.
The possession of this title brought with it unavoidable doom that had overtaken all previous holders. I began to feel this superstition was the heaviest burden I carried into the air, but I never could forget the life of a title holder is short. On September 24, 1918, Rickenbecker takes command of the famous 94th Aero Squadron. The Hat in the Ring Squadron scores nearly 70 kills during the war, more than any other American fighter group. Rickenbecker promises his men that he'll lead by example. At dawn the next morning, September 25th, he takes off alone in his Spad 13 to keep that promise. Now, you're in the cockpit with Eddie Rickenbecker, heading into his legendary dogfight, relived for the first time in state-of-the-art computer animation. At first, Rickenbecker has the sky to himself. Then he spots 2 large specks below in the distance. They're 2 German LVG observation planes, perfect targets. But they're not alone. Slightly behind and 1,000 feet above the LVGs are 5 lethal Fokker D-7 fighters.
The Fokker D-7, without a doubt, was the best fighter plane of World War I. It had a very strong engine. It had low maintenance problems. The Spad was a very good aircraft too. Very sturdy, and it was really great in a dive.
Facing 7-to-1 odds, most pilots would cut and run. Not Rickenbecker. He climbs, following Bohlke's first rule.
He comes out of the sun. That's important. He has the sun to his back and they can't see him.
As the enemy formation passes, Rickenbecker idles his engine. It allows him to attack silently and eliminates the vibration from the engine that's so violent it can ruin the pilot's aim. Rickenbecker noses down in a steep dive.
He realizes that he has a chance to attack from the rear quarter. He chooses to pursue his attack on the tail-end Charlie, or that last fighting aircraft, that Fokker.
Rickenbecker employs Bohlke's 5th rule: attack the exposed 6 o'clock. The Fokker spots Rickenbecker. Too late. Rickenbecker opens fire with his 2 Vickers 30 caliber machine guns. The 4 remaining Fokkers, stunned at Rickenbecker's sudden attack, scatter. They know they've been attacked, but not from where or by how many. It'll take them time to discover there's only one enemy. Time for their leader, with no radio and only hand signals, to reform the group.
So he realizes now they're no longer...
The LVGs spot Rickenbecker and make a run for it. They dive for safety. The planes draw apart. The rear gunners fire, but Rickenbecker is out of range. Rickenbecker dives to get out of the line of fire. His dive takes him under the Germans. He zooms up to attack the nearest plane's vulnerable belly. The nearest LVG kicks his tail around, giving his gunner a clear shot at Rickenbecker. Then the second LVG steals in on Rickenbecker's tail, spitting a deadly stream of machine gun bullets at his SPAD. Rickenbecker's caught in lethal crossfire and in grave danger. September 25, 1918. American ace Eddie Rickenbecker, behind enemy lines, has attacked 7 German aircraft. He's taken out one Fokker, causing the fighter escort to splinter. He presses his attack on 2 heavily armed LVG observation planes. The 4 remaining Fokkers are still trying to regroup. As the LVGs fire, tracer bullets streak past Rickenbecker's cockpit.
So now Captain Rickenbecker has to find a way.
Then he rolls over and dives down to attack the nearest LVG. The LVG carries a 7.92 millimeter Parabellum machine gun. It can fire 700 rounds per minute, 200 rounds faster than the SPAD or the Fokker, giving the LVG a greater chance to hit its mark.
These two-seaters were very
Repeats his tactic and dives under the LVG to set up his attack and get out of the line of fire. He climbs to strike the LVG's vulnerable belly, but the LVG's heavy crossfire forces him to roll over the top and dive to attack again. The Germans are expert warriors.
The Germans
Gunner a clean shot at Rickenbecker. Again, Rickenbecker is forced to climb, roll, and dive for another assault. But the Germans pull the same defense, and Rickenbecker is caught in the crossfire. Then, the LVGs suddenly, inexplicably, make
This thing has
a mistake.
On the 4th pass, for reasons which no one will ever know, the 2 LVGs separated and gave him some space.
Out of the crossfire, Rickenbecker uses the opening to attack the nearest LVG. The Fokker escorts have regrouped and tear to the rescue of the surviving LVG. Rickenbecker sees the Fokkers diving toward him and decides 2 kills is enough.
The 4 Fokker D7s did not follow him. That's not unusual for either side to say the fight is over and we've had enough.
He has faced 7-to-1 odds, destroyed 2 of the enemy, and escaped to fight again.
I came out of World War I without a single scratch. There were more than 150, I would say 160 encounters with the enemy, out of which I got 26 victories.